guys, Jason with 316, and today we're going to be doing some more work on the 89 IROC. Now, if you notice, this is not a Japanese voiceover movie, but my audio got completely screwed up on this for probably 3 parts of this video. So I have to do a little bit of voiceover work on it. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the front clip off from the car, getting ready to replace it with parts that I already have over in storage. So that's going to involve taking the front bumper off, taking the hood off, taking the headlights and inner fender wells off, and generally having the car be a pain in my butt through the whole thing. But I'm going to do a little bit of the voiceover work here, and should be okay. Okay, so what's going on here is we're going to be taking the front bumper off the car, and to do that we got to get the air filter container section out, and then there's a whole bunch of bolts and push pins that we're going to take loose. Now, one of the more interesting things about this car, and it's why the power was so neutered, or at least one of the reasons, if you look at this air filter housing, all you've got are these tiny little slits to feed air to the filters themselves, which are so not enough to feed this giant 350 engine. And one of the first mods you ever did to these cars back in the day was you took and you opened up the bottom of the air filter housing so the sucker could actually breathe. It was good for, you know, an easy 10-15 horsepower just with what we were doing there. So moving on here, we're going to be taking the inner fender well off so we can get access to all the fender bolts and everything, because the fender and the nose cone actually bolt together on this car. So yeah, we'll basically be popping out some 9/32 bolts and a couple of push tabs, and yeah, that'll pretty much give you access to the inner fender, which will allow you access to 4 or 5 10mm bolts that have got to come out of there. They're all rusted up and dirty and just a monster pain to try to get out of there without breaking anything.
Okay, so we're back. I got those bolts loose. You didn't miss a whole lot, just one snapped off bolt and a little bit of me grumbling. But I want to show you something that's got to come off, but it's an interesting part of all 3rd and 4th gen Camaros, in addition to stuff like 4th gen Corvette C4s. This is a air dam, and basically what this does is we're under the car right at the nose cone, and as you're driving down the road, it forces air up through your radiator. If this is not there and this flap right here is not here, the air will just go straight back on the car and you won't get any cooling. You'll have overheating issues going down the highway. So it's an interesting piece of engineering and highly important to the car. But right now it's got to come off because we're taking these fingers off right here, and there's ones back there that I can't get to without taking this guy off, and it's a whole crap load of bolts. So that's why we come in with more power. Yeah, like a lot of things GM, they do not make stuff simple. And another interesting thing is, this is not something you get in Texas, and it shows the cheapness of these cars as rust starting on the core support, but I'll wind up neutralizing that and painting it just to stop it, but God, it's annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna have to use both hands, but I gotta take these bolts out right now. Alright, so all the lower stuff is done. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this whole headlight assembly with it. And the reason why is because if not, I'll have to take this fender off, which I'm probably going to take the fender off anyway when I go to change the door pins on it. But that's a different video for a different time. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this whole headlight panel off, and I'll deal with it once I got it out here. So it should come with the front bumper assembly because there's bolts underneath that are nearly impossible to get to. So should be just a couple bolts right here, and then I'll be able to take everything out. Yeah, my phone out of the way. I don't think I want to step on it. Okay. Seems like it's going to come loose now. Loose. One more bolt underneath that's got to come off. It's already off on this side. Okay. Pop the headlight connectors off. And all they do is just pull off. Fog lamp connectors. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Now that gives us a pretty good idea what's been going on with the car. Rats have been living in there. And that course report definitely took a shot when this car went through a fence. That's the story with this car. I can't remember if I said it or not. Well, we got it from the second owner, and they gave it to their teenage son, who decided he was going to have fun with it and wound up sliding it off the road and putting it through a barbed wire fence. They told him, if you can't be more responsible than that, we're selling the car. So that's how I wound up with it. But this is going to have to be bent out of the way pretty good so I can get the new stuff back on. But again, another video for another day. A little bit of damage here, nothing too serious. But I had a paint and body guy tell me that the whole front end was tweaked over, but I disagree with him because that's straight as an arrow. The fender apron and core area, it's just that one part right here that's messed up. So I just got to wait for some muscle to come in so we can get this hood off together. And yeah, I'll show you that process and we'll move on. All right, I got my muscle here now, so we can go ahead and take the hood off from it. And it's just two 10mm bolts. Mighty impact. All right, I've already got the electrical connectors undone on it. So you've got some support with that pipe, so I'm gonna go ahead and get mine off, and I'll hand you the impact. Hang on a second, let me get this bolt out. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, just don't let it hit the windshield. That's all I ask.
And you got another problem.
What's the other problem?
It's spinning.
Son of a...
Where's that wrench at?
Right here. And yeah, what he means by spinning is this thing has captive bolts, and the bolts are no longer captive, so they're just spinning in the socket. If this side was doing it, I didn't think that side was, but it is. So now we use a wrench method.
Well, maybe if we can get the wrench under there.
Yeah. It did it at the worst possible time when my side is loose.
Can you stick a bolt in there?
Yeah.
We might have 2 people again.
Yeah, if I can. Raggedy shriveling. Okay, that one's not going anywhere for now.
See if we can get the wrench behind it. Screwdriver.
Let's try a screwdriver. Okay. You have to angle it, cut the drill kind of down. Go ahead. You're gonna have to work this while I put pressure on it, just like we did before. But that bolt is kind of thin, so.
Ready?
Yeah. You gotta get the angle right. You work the screwdriver, I'll work that. You're having real problems with this thing. Try to get the angle right.
Just pry out on it.
Yeah. This raggedy piece of crap.
And, where's the wrench at? Maybe we get the wrench behind it.
Yeah, we've gotten some movement out of it. Huh?
Just too thick.
Just too thick. Hang on. Problem's fixing to be solved.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. The main thing I don't want is it going into the windshield. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that'll do it for today. Did everything I was supposed to do, got the front bumper cover off, got the hood off from it. I'll start working on the body and the door pins and getting the new parts put back on it and seeing about getting it primed and painted and actually be a nice daily driver again. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you like these videos and you want to see more.